Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this word. I just want to talk about, giving warning to our people because we just had, our Passover, and things start to happen. Things start to happen. Things are going to turn up more and more. We have to, warn our people, let them know to get right, because the time is short. But as the scriptures say, man, our people, they're not going to listen. And the Most High is going to bring, the worst fears upon them for ignoring His word, man, for ignoring the prophets, for ignoring this truth. But first scripture is Isaiah 51 or 58 and 1. Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yeah. So we're supposed to tell our people their transgressions, let them know if they're going off, and to get right with the Lord before it's too late. That great and dreadful day, when the missiles are going to drop. And really a time of Jacob's trouble as well. Because you can see, these prophecies are passing, and that time is coming, it's creeping up. That MOTB, the mark of the beast, is right around the corner. We saw exactly, that Esau definitely can shut things down unless you do what he says, through those jabs. So yeah, that MOTB, that's the real thing what the scriptures prophesy about, and it's coming. You're not gonna be able to sell anything or buy anything without it. And it says cry loud and spare not. We're supposed to tell our people these things. Scriptures say, give them warning from me, from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But our people, aren't going to hear that. They want to hear those smooth things. They want the men of the Lord to prophesy deceits, and the Lord's not with that, man. We're not in the time of prosperity. After the missiles drop, and the elect is delivered, then those pleasures are going to come, pleasures forevermore. The blessings. Most High is going to turn those curses into our blessings. But we're not in that time right now. Right now, we're right on the cusp of the time of Jacob's trouble, man. A time that's never been before, and never will be again. A very, very serious time. Next scripture is Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called, and ye have refused, I stretch out my hand, and no man regarded. And we see that every week. The Lord is stretching out his hand, and no one's listening. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and none of my reproof. He just ignored all the Lord's counsel and his reproof, man. I also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh. So that's the consequences, man. The men of the Lord are going to laugh, at your calamity. Because the scriptures say, the men of the Lord are going to have an abundance in that day, And then the men of the Lord are going to mock when your fear cometh, When your fear cometh as a desolation, and destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. So we're in for a real bad time, man. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So right when all the hell breaks loose, that's when, our people are going to get right. But the Lord ain't going to be around, and the prophets ain't going to be on the street corners no more. All right? And the Lord's going to bring your fear, It's the Lord's the one that's going to bring that fear upon you. Whatever you fear the most, that's what you're going to have to deal with. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So you didn't choose to fear the Lord's going to bring that fear upon you. All right, this is Isaiah 66 and 4. I also will choose their delusions. It says, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before my eyes, and chose that which I delighted in not. Yeah, just like what we just read, The Lord is stretching out his hand, but no man regarded, no man's listening. So the Most High is going to choose your delusions, and He's going to bring their fears upon them. Their fears. The Lord is going to choose that fear. All right. The Lord created you. He created your spirit, so He knows exactly what you fear the most. And if you look up that word delusions, uh, Hebrew word there is falah layam. Falah layam. And it means wantonness, caprice, vexation. It means example of vexation, concretely a tyrant, a delusion. So the Most High is going to bring that vexation upon 2/3 of our people, man. Why? Because His hand is stretched out, but no man's regarded. They put at naught, all His counsel and His reproof. So therefore, the Lord said He's going to choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. All right. Last scripture is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro and seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. That links up what we just read in Proverbs. Then when that fear, when the Most High brings that fear, those delusions, that distress and anguish upon them, then that's when they're going to call upon the Lord. Then that's when they're going to seek after the prophets. But right here it says, then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. They're not going to find the Lord. They'll be casted out. Right here it says they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. So you want to get this truth while you still can, while the prophets are still on the streets, crying aloud and sparing not. You got to get with that program before it's too late. But yeah, you just want to do a quick little video on giving warning to the people, man. The Lord said to give them warning from me. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing right now. They're giving you warning, but it's up to you to take heed to that warning, or else the Most High is going to bring, that fear upon you. That time of Jacob's trouble, it's not going to be no joke. And ultimately, when the missiles drop, man, you're going to be standing on the planet Earth, mainly in America, when the missiles touch down. But with that, shalom.